Ladies and gentle freaks, welcome back to another Kaiju number 8 the game video. Today we're going to be talking about the new unit, the new limited Sagan Shinomiya. Now this is an OC, this is an original character made by the Kaiju number 8 game. She's been in the main story if you have been playing it. I actually really like her. I think her design's cool. She's a great character. I love her. But today we're here to talk about her kit. We're here to talk about why 2 characters are already in the game, and we're here to talk about this scam ass band. Do not summon on this dog. If you summon on this pick, okay, it's not that Mina is bad. She is bad, but like it's not that she's a bad unit. I've pulled so many Minas on the standard banner. Like you might as well just wait. You might as well just wait to pull it on the standard. Notice how on the top left it says limited Sagan Shinomiya. So that means she will only come back like when this banner comes out. I don't know how characters translate into standard pool. I don't know if eventually Reno's gonna get put into the exchange shop. I don't know if he's gonna get put into this exchange shop right here. If I can just pull it up. Which one is it? Is it not this one? But this is good to see. This is the pity for the premium banner. As you can see, I did 65 summons on Reno, and it looks like for every character that has a banner currently ongoing, it shares pity throughout. So I really do like that about this game. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this. I don't know when Reno's gonna come on this, but he will eventually. Hopefully. We'll see how the game goes. Shinomiya Sagan. Today we're gonna be talking about her kit. We're gonna be talking about her weapon. Let's do 100 max, right? So her initial passive skill, when she dies, she recovers her HP equal to 25% of max HP and resurrects. So she has a revive. If she dies, she'll come back with 25% HP. That's pretty cool, but to be honest, it's not really needed. Even as someone who doesn't have like a fully developed account, I have been able to clear Fierce Battle. Not really clear, but like, you know, I haven't done 15, but granted it's because I haven't listen, I'm paid, but I ain't that paid, right? I'm a little dolphin, so most of these are like 2 stars because I also just don't have the team members to do Fierce Battle. Her second passive, which you unlock at level 60, after countering, it has an 80% base chance to apply burn for 2 times. Burn is they take fire damage equal to 100% of the applier's attack. Now, I don't like this specifically for the reason that Sagan doesn't scale off attack, but rather she does off defense. We'll get into that later though. Burn is cool, but it's cool when you can like make burn stronger. You can make her burn stronger, but if you invest attack into her instead of defense, you're kind of like breaking the character. And then her last passive, which you unlock at level 80, after activating ultimate, recovers this unit's HP equal to 5% of max HP. That sucks. That is a horrible passive. I don't know why that's the level 81. Overall, it's not bad, okay? She is a blunt fire type, and that'll always be great. 2 typings is always ideal. Well, it's not ideal, but it's just a bonus, right? You know, how many fire characters are there really? And especially how many premium fire characters are there? But yep, skill 1 deals blunt and fire damage equal to 34%. Wait, let's do max. 34 going to 78. It's all right. Normal multipliers. Her second skill, her combat skill, it is not a damage dealing move, but it has a 100% chance to apply taunt to all kaiju for 2 turns. That is a very strong skill. However, like I said, the content in this game really isn't that hard. We will have upcoming content where Fierce Battle turns limited, and you know, there might be extra challenges. It's most likely going to have a stage that favors this Shinomiya, that favors Sagan. It'll most likely have blunt plates. It'll have fire plates that you have to break, and she'll be perfect for it. Maybe it'll be hard and it'll do a lot of damage, and you really do need Sagan. But we'll go into alternatives after that. I'm gonna tell you right now, you do not need Sagan. And then it also applies a shield for 2 turns equal to 18% of this unit's defense. And then it also adds 150 defense to her. Now, this is what I mean. She scales off defense, yet her burn, oh wait, where is it? It's based off her attack, which is kind of conflicting. I'm not a big fan of that. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even see that. So she counters, obviously, in a, you know, add activate to counter when receiving an attack, but counter attacks do not destroy plates. That is bad. I don't like that. That makes her, oh wait, that's really bad. I was gonna summon for her, but now I'm kind of like, now I'm kind of rethinking my option. Because, you know, the content, but also this character is kind of buns. Maybe I'll just do like 5 summons. Her ultimate, this one actually does damage. It's an AoE attack, and before attacking, it applies defense 27% damn near for 2 turns to this unit. So that's great. She scales off defense, and then applies attack 16% for 2 turns to all allies, including herself. I don't know if it includes herself. I'm sure it does. If it didn't, it would say excludes unit. That would help her fire DOTs, but once again, the fire is only gonna proc when she counters. And if you have like Kaiju on your team, if you have Isao on your team, that'll take the focus away from Shinomiya. But she'll live. The point is for her to support and live. She's not here to do damage, which is fine. She deals blunt and fire damage equal to 103% of this unit's defense to all Kaiju. And there it goes once more. She scales off defense. I think she'll do a decent amount of attack. I'm sure it'll be hell re-rolling her Unigear to like all be defense. I don't know if there's a Unigear that has defense built into it. We can actually check right now. I'm not a person to really go for like character guides, just because I don't want to be wrong and then you guys break your account because of me. But if we can check shield application multiplier, at the start of a battle recovers 1 SP each time units a season attack the equipped defense. Wait, the bovine part unit, okay, the bovine type unit part A is really good for her, specifically for that last, because she does taunt, so every time she receives an attack she increases her defense by 7.50 for a max of 3 stacks. 22.5. So 22.5 permanent defense will definitely help her damage out a lot. So yeah, if you are gonna get her, I suggest building bovine type unipart A around her. Well, building her on that part. It looks good on paper, but even if I were to test her, I do not have the facilities to level her up, dog. And then, you know, the casual follow-up, blunt and fire damage, scales off defense. Now, her passive, I really do like her passive. Her passive is what makes the character for me. It's what makes her, like, justifiable to summon. You should not summon on her, especially if you're free to play. Do not summon on her. Even if you're a light spender, do not summon on her. Even if you're a whale, do not summon on her. But obviously whales are gonna summon whatever the hell. Me, I'm most likely gonna summon on her because these summoning videos have been hidden like crack. So after she receives an attack, it applies 1 stack of Inner Flame to this unit. What does Inner Flame do? Inner Flame increases the unit's ultimate damage multiplier by 22% and damage dealt by 8%. There's more defense, so like skills even higher. Like, she won't be doing bad damage. The fact that, but you have to build her around defense. She has a lot of increases in her kit, but you know, you always got to keep that in mind when you're getting this character. She also counters the Kaiju that attacked this unit and deals blunt and fire damage equal to 54% of this unit's defense to the target. So her passive is that she counters and deals blunt and fire damage, but that scales off defense. However, her passive, it has an 80% chance to apply burn, but that scales off her attack. Maybe I'll test her out because I am going to summon on her, but it'll take me a while to build up the character, so don't expect a showcase anytime soon. I don't even know if I could showcase, you know, it'll be my first time showcasing a unit. That could be interesting. I don't know how that works. Once again, counters cannot destroy plates, and plates is what's needed to expose the core, so that's kind of bad. But overall, the character in herself, it's all right. For a limited character, I'd expect better. I have heard that in this upcoming season, things are gonna go crazy. So Hoshina, whatever the Kaiju number 10 weapon is, when he was talking in that vial and in that like vase, it might be nuts, and they might release that right after Sagan. So just remember that, right? The other problem I have, she brings a new weapon. This is not in the store. You cannot get this weapon anywhere. You have to summon for this weapon. Now there is like 3-star shields and there is 4-star shields, but once again, it's not in the store. You need to summon on this banner to even get like the non-featured weapon of hers. But her weapon in itself is really good. It gives you damn near 50% defense. It gives you 47.6% defense off rip. That's just a base stat. And then after the unit activates a combat skill, aka the second, you know, your second skill, it applies crit rate for 25% for 2 turns. That's really nice. And then after this unit receives an attack, it applies fire damage dealt 4.2%. So you do 4.2% more fire damage at a max of 5 stacks. Wait a second. At a max, you're doing 21% increased fire damage dealt. Okay, you know what? The more I'm reading about her, the more she seems okay. But look, you see how much more crazy she got just off her weapon alone? And that's why this is kind of predatory, because even in the battle pass, I have the battle pass. I will go right now. They did not update the battle pass ticket you get. Oh shit, I already used it. Okay, well, you get a box that lets you pick a 5-star character's unique weapon. Like, for example, they had a similar sword to Gen, but it wasn't his sword. Like, this is his sword. This is meant for him. This is his gun sword. However, they had an alternative, and it was 5-star as well, but it wasn't made for him. The weapon made for him is obviously better. It didn't have his ideal stats, but it was still a 5-star, so it was still very good. I ended up using the 5-star on Hoshina, I believe. Yeah, I did. The difference between these is that, like, they're red. Things that have like little red linings, it is a 5-star. It will help the unit, but it isn't their desired weapon. You will always need to prefer their desired weapon. Now back on Sagan. Once again, do not summon on her. If you're really, the only reason you'd summon on her is if you're struggling to survive, and at that point, just put your characters to level 90. 2 of your characters to level 90, you're good, bro. I put my Reno and my Kaiju number 8 at level 90, and it's like, there's definitely a damage decrease. It's absurd. Like, levels I wasn't able to beat before, I went to level 90, and now they're doing nilch. They're doing null damage to me. They're doing like 100 damage when they used to do 1300. It's absurd. An alternative for Isao, just get the director. An alternative for Sagan is to just get Isao. Just get Shinomiya's dad. Just get the director. He'll help you survive. And when you put, he has a built-in quirk. Yeah, for each ally having a shield, damage dealt is increased by 5.4 for all allies, and he gives all that survivability and everything. So like, Isao is also supporting a little bit while being able to survive. And I'm sorry if the screen looks choppy. I am mirroring my phone because they did not come out with the Steam version. Let me know if you guys are gonna summon on her. I hope you don't, but if you like her, because she's not bad. Well, she is bad, but she's not horrible. She isn't gonna brick your account. Just hopefully, you get lucky on her. If you want to throw a multi at her, in case, because the game doesn't have bad rates, I wouldn't blame you. However, I will say, if you want to get her, you might want to consider getting her shield, because her shield really affects her. So I wouldn't say she's dependent on her weapon, but I want you to know, we literally have no other way to get shields. So like, when you pull her, and you're gonna see what weapon you're gonna put on her, bro, you're putting nothing, because there's no way to get shield. So just remember that. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think about this unit. Tell me what you thought about the video. Let me know how your summons go. Actually, no, don't let me know how your summons go, because unfortunately I will have to be summoning on this character. So look out for an upcoming video where I summon. Hopefully don't get shafted. But yeah, that's everything from me. Hope you enjoyed. See ya.